Hey everybody, I thought I'd break free, go outside. The weather's pretty good. I mean, there's clouds, but you know, we're in England. Yeah, I haven't done one of these videos for a long time, so I thought I'd answer a couple of questions, address some talking points that have been going on recently, and give you my thoughts on a few things. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, I do a lot of AmSim demos, mixing stuff, very much focused on home recording with cheap gear or free gear, free plugins, that kind of thing. And I've been doing this channel properly, weekly videos, for about 5 years now. And I've got to say, AmSims, that kind of thing, I think we've come to a point where there's nowhere else to go. What do I mean by that? The sound quality is excellent. You've got big bands openly using plugins. Even on the drum side, you've got them using VSTs, drum plugins. And at this point, you know, they're interchangeable with the real thing. They really are. The realism, the humanization, you know, if you put the work in, they sound real. They just do. They sound like a performance. There's one aspect that I don't think has quite got there, and that's bass virtual instruments. They kind of sound to me like pretty fake. Everyone seems to be going for that dingwall sound, you know, that really zingy, like tongy kind of sound, and it sounds like an early 90s Sega game like Streets of Rage or something. They're kind of I think, okay, well, like, real bass just doesn't sound like that. So I use a real bass. I sit there and think, is there anything else I actually need or actually want at this point? Comment below, guys, because I really don't know where especially guitar AmSims can go, you know, because everything's been done. Some of the companies are covering more niche stuff, but does it sound much different than what we've already got? And the next point I wanted to cover is a big one, is where does guitar tone come from? And the short answer, and I think the right answer that no one would disagree with, is a sum of all the parts. You know, some people will make you believe in absolutes, meaning, yeah, the pickups are huge, and the amp is like most of the tone, or the speaker is most of the tone. It's the cabinet. It's the impulse response. And yeah, all of those answers are correct. Everything matters. Your guitar matters. It does. It doesn't really matter what it's made out of. I mean, I've seen guys make a guitar body out of like concrete. It made it look like a Strat, put the pickups on, and it sounded like a Strat. There was a video by a guy, I saw it like, it must be like 10 years ago now, where he makes a Strat body or a Strat neck as well, completely out of like high density cardboard, and it sounded like a Strat. The argument for tone wood, it's pretty thin. Pickups, yeah, pretty big, you know, single coil, humbucker. The differences between pickups usually are output. Maybe there might be a slightly different mid-range, but it does matter to a point. But recently I kind of just put up with whatever pickup is in my guitar. If it's super weak, I'll take it out. If it's super high output, yeah, I'll probably change it. But you know, I play active, ceramic, you know, vintage voiced Alnico, potted, unpotted. I play everything, and I can get, you know, a pretty similar tone with any guitar I use, really. So what does that say? You know, that means it's a smaller percentage of the tone. And then you get to the amplifier. Everybody knows the difference between a Fender Twin on clean and a 5150 raging on the lead channel. There's a dramatic difference. And then you get to the speaker cabinet, which most people agree, and if you've got any experience playing electric guitar through an amp and cabinet, you'll know that the speaker and the cabinet is a huge deal, especially when you mic it up and you're moving the mic around on the speaker. You can get night and day differences in the tones. So the percentage there is even higher than the amp, I'd say. It all matters. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is I put a poll out, put a few polls out recently about, are you happy with your metal mixes? And most people said no. You know, they're still learning, that kind of thing. I mean, I'm always learning, everyone's always learning. I'm not saying your mix has to be perfect and you think, oh, I've arrived, I've got the perfect mix. That's not what I'm talking about, really. I'm talking about, are you happy? Do you think, yeah, that sounds good, I'm happy with that, my vision has been realized? And for me, I want crazy drums, I want the bass guitar to be slamming, and I want, obviously, great guitar tones. And if it's an EP with vocals, I want the vocals to be slamming too. And that's a different story. I mean, that's a whole different video, me talking about vocals. One trick I do use, and which isn't talked about nearly enough by other people, is reference mixing. put on a song or a mix you know is great. Basically calibrate your ears to that. Some of my favorite mixes are like early Nemec stuff, Mechanical Spin Phenomena, Audio Injected Soul, some of the Hate Sphere stuff like Sickness Within. Some of my favorite mixes like ever, you know, I'll calibrate my ears to that, and then I'll know like what to aim for in terms of the overall sound of the mix. And one thing to mention about reference mixing is compare a healthy amount. You're not going to get exact sounds, exact mix balance. It's just not going to happen. You'll definitely get in the ballpark if you work hard enough. Be reasonable and don't be too hard on yourselves, guys. My last piece of advice on mixes is use your ears. Yeah, it's been said to death, and it makes a lot of people cringe and roll their eyes. But it's true. You need to train your ears to listen for things. And how do you train your ears? Listen to mixes. Listen to your own. Compare and contrast. Use that reference I was talking about. Put on your favorite thing and try and match it. The last thing I wanted to talk about, guys, as I trek through the jungle here, is I see a lot of people sitting down while playing guitar, while performing guitar on video. And that's cool if you want to do that. Like if you're going for that studio vibe, like you're tracking, or like what you see is what you're hearing. Those video takes are the audio takes for the song as well. You know, that's fantastic. More power to you. But I grew up with music videos, like most other people. They watch music videos and go, oh, it looks cool. And I'm going for that kind of like sensational approach. And that's why I perform on my stairs. That's why I like stand up during my performances, because it just feels right to me. What do you guys think? Because the poll was kind of 50-50. You know, some people like sitting down or like watching people sitting down, that studio thing. And some people want people to stand up and rock out. Like, I want to rock out. Like, that's fun to me. So that's about it, guys. This video has been like 100% waffling nonsense from me. I'm stuck in the woods again. I'm sure I'll find my way out at some point. And if you got some value out of this, guys, let me know in the comments below. And it's nice to get outside once in a while. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you want to see more metal-related stuff. I'll be back sometime with a video on something else. So until then, ciao.